What's up, guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Exhibition 33. In the previous episode, we did a bunch of stuff. We beat the weaker, aka the second Axon the Mask Keeper, and then we fought the real boss, Monoko, in a little duel, and he beat our ass for quite a while. And then we raised our relationship level with him. We had relationship stuff with CL, and I don't remember if it was Mael. I think Esquier didn't, and then Lune. We ended our little fling with CL, and me and Lune talked about music, and we did all that fun relationship building stuff. So like always, we're gonna make sure there's nothing left, because I don't think there is. I think we already checked, but I would just like to make sure.
You're not nervous?
But these conversations are actually pretty long for once. The last couple times we check on people, they're just like,
thank you.
yep, say a few things and then we're done. But I'm pretty sure, like I said, we already talked to everybody. But yeah, we also had Mael see the faceless lady, like, kind of looked like she tried to attack Mael before, like, when like one of those visions where it gets all black and white, and then I think the curator stopped it. I think, if I saw that correctly, but I could be wrong. But it was insane.
Really?
So these faceless people have quite the fixation, that's asphyxiation, no, fixation, excuse me, on Mael. And then the curator a couple episodes ago, like, Flash looking like Renoir when she tried to give him the first, when she tried to give the curator the first, like, Axon thing. So there's just a bunch of stuff going on in this game that is pretty crazy. I'm hoping, now that we have all the Axons, that we can go towards the Paintress, we get some answers. But for now, the last thing we're going to do before we leave camp is check in with the curator. See if we have any upgrades. I don't think we can upgrade anything. I think we did that last episode. So, but I just like to double, triple, quadruple check just to make sure. Yeah, I wish we could have got the dual Lisa. We should have did that instead of, well, we couldn't have got it to 20, but upgrading the barrier breaker to 19, I don't think we're going to use it. I think we're still going to stick with my Medallum. The more I think about it, the more it's like, yeah, this is cool and all, and stealing shields is cool and all, but it's so situational that I just don't find the reason. So first, before we do any of that, though, we are going to go ahead and put Lune back in our party, just because, you know, CL just got a bunch of stuff, so now we can let Lune get a bunch of stuff. So let's go to the campfire, see what we have. So we have go to sleep, remember objective, and write in Gustav's journal. So let's do the journal. Mael finds a spot where she can write. She spent some time writing in Gustav's journal to honor his memory. She writes about how they can now enter the Monolith. They should finally understand everything. Hopefully. ... Exactly, hopefully. Mael immerses herself in Gustav's journal, poring over every detail. She will forever cherish his memory. The memories of Gustav inspire Mael. A skill unlocked. Gustav's Gommage. She hopes Gustav's apprentices will read this journal someday. Mael heads back. Alright, well, before we do any of that, she appears to have gotten a new skill. So we have Revenge already. We're not going to use that. Gustav's Gommage, 8. And it puts you into Virtuose. Okay. Deals high single target lightning damage. 8 hits. Increased damage to mark targets. Okay. Well, I know we've had Pierce a bunch of times, but I think that we can just get rid of Pierce here. We've done it a bunch of times where we've tried to get rid of it now. But with Sword Ballet, Flurry, Swift Stride gets us back into Virtuose. This gets us to Virtuose. We have our one fire skill. I feel like we're pretty alright here with attacks. So Flurry keeps us in there. If we want to use some fire, we can do all that. We don't really have a way to get into defensive stance, I guess. Sword Ballet we do, never mind. But to get 5 after that for Rain of Fire might be pretty difficult. But again, I think we're pretty good there. So let's go ahead and see what we have here. Remember the current objective: face the Paintress at the Monolith. All right, let's go to sleep. We do have one thing that I am going to try to do before we go
We've done it.
We're really going to face the Paintress.
And finally break this cycle. That being said, someone here has been hiding a terrible secret from us. What are you talking about? You thought we'd never find out, didn't you? Nobody ever wondered what Esquier was made of, did they? Well, Esquier and I had a chat.
I'm sorry, Verso. She promised me sweet
What?
rocks.
Is that wine?
I stored my personal stash inside it. All excellent vintages. I don't normally share, but I suppose tonight deserves an exception.
I told you to stop drinking alone.
To your great generosity.
I don't know how you can like this.
It comes with age.
Do you have apple juice?
Yeah, I'll leave you to it.
Embrace her, yet you're condemning her to die.
You brought him here.
I'm not here to fight. But my son, do you know what it means to disappear into nothingness? Have you thought through the consequences? Not just for you, or even me, but for them. Their memories, their dreams, their love for each other. Who really is the one painting death, and who paints life instead? We exist and we will exist for as long as she wants. You want to spoil what we've been given. Sometimes we paint the bars of our own prison. Your despair blinds you. You think you're ready to pay the price. But are you willing to let them pay the price for you?
May everything be decided before their very eyes. Between the bars of their prison. the shadow of the monolith.
In the shadow of the monolith.
In the shadow of the monolith. That's crazy. So it looks like
Wow.
Renoir came back.
I drank too much last night.
I can't remember a thing.
You clean me out, mes amis.
You bunch of drunks.
I guess we're the drunken expedition now. But yeah, Renoir came back. Alicia, I don't remember if Verso actually like stated when she asked if that was for real his sister. I don't know if he actually said, yep, that is, or anything like that. But now we get confirmation Alicia is his sister. So crazy. The masked lady Alicia is his. Alicia, I should say, is his sister. I was combining the Alicia and Alicia, how a lot of us would pronounce it here in America, which is crazy. That's a crazy. And then Renoir is talking about condemning all of them. The story just gets more and more interesting. I cannot wait to get some answers from the Paintress, hopefully. But again, we have one last thing I want to try to do, excuse me. And it is, I am going to go down here and we are going to try to fight the chromatic jar. I was looking back, I was trying to see like how much damage we were taking, and I think it's not so much about the damage taking, because I think basically everything in this game one-shots you unless you're like super high level. So let's make sure we're going the right way. Yeah, we need to go all the way around and then all the way around. Okay. So basically everything one-shots you. So it's not really about how much damage you take, it's how much damage you do to it. And I don't want to come back at some point and fight the chromatic jar thinking that we were super under-leveled and then two-shot it and have it not be a fun fight. I want to try to do things around the level we're supposed to. I know we're kind of a little over-leveled for like the fights against like the normal enemies. But it's not really enough where it's like, yeah, we one-shot them, but we're fighting all the bosses, and it's pretty equal, you know? It's pretty equal terms. Like, fighting the Moisinus or whatever that we fought, the chromatic one was fun, because we're around the level. Like, yeah, it wasn't, like... I think maybe we might have been a little lower leveled for it, so it wasn't, like, perfect timing. But that would be more fun than the opposite, like going to it and just being like super over leveled and getting to the point where you can just two-shot it. Like that's just not fun for the bosses. I don't mind the minor enemies, two-shotting the minor enemies, but I'm really just not trying to two-shot bosses that are supposed to be fun. So I think we will come back here and give Mr. Chromatic Jar another shot. So let's see what we can give Chromatic Jar. Alright, so let's shoot his little jar up here. Oh yeah, we do definitely more damage shooting that. See, like I said, doing 7,000 damage is actually a pretty good amount of damage to him. So you know what I mean? It's like, and he's weak to electricity. So like, see what I mean? I think we're gonna break him here, so we might have already waited too much. Alright, so we have Leaf and Lightning, so we can do Tsunami, or we could do Elemental Trick. I think we just do... Or we could do Fire. I think Fire actually is better, because then I think we have enough for Elemental Genesis. 999. We get Mael, she's in Virtuos. I really want to do Flurry, but I'd also like to try Gustav's Gommage at some point, but let's just do Flurry. Build up his break bar some more again. Resistant to physical though. Shoot that. Do a bunch of damage. Yeah, see, I think, and now we have 5, so we're gonna hit Phantom's No, ooh, I almost fucked it up there. We'll hit Phantom Stars, and I think we're gonna break it again. Yeah, see, this is what I mean with like now we're stun locking it, and now we hit Elemental Genesis, and this might actually kill it. Very close to killing it. So again, like I said, well, I guess we did get to the point with Mezzo Forte where we're too strong. He just kicked our ass so hard that I thought it would be more difficult. Yeah, 98,000 XP. Jarum, I think that is for Mael, correct? So, again, kind of disappointing now. Everything Mael has is defense, which I'm actually cool with because now that we're doing defense, it gives you some crit rate. So we're just leveling up her defense to get her crit rate. Jarum, switch to Virtuos on counterattack isn't bad. 5 burn on counterattack and 50% increased counter damage per shield. So again, apparently you're supposed to get a bunch of shields on Mael or something, but Resplendent Chroma Catalyst, Colors of Lumina. Alright, get another Color of Lumina. So again, I feel bad. I feel like we waited too long. I was like stuck. What was I stuck on? But, because I guess I don't remember at what time we came back and fought the Chromatic Jar. Like, I feel like it had to have been when we... I feel like it had to have been when we had Verso. Because, I mean, you can get it as soon as you can swim, which I think you need to swim to get to the... I guess it would be right after Stonewave Cliffs, wouldn't it? Because that's when you can finally swim. Because you could just run, and then after the Stonewave Cliffs, you find his rock, then you can swim. So I guess it would have been after Gustav, would have been the earliest. And I don't think we need to get through corals to get there, did we? Because we got Stonewave Cliff, we'd have been here. No, we might have went right there after, I guess. So I guess I was level like 25, but I guess, or something like that. So I guess we might have been under leveled then, but now it's been so long, I don't even remember what part it was. I had to search for it. I do remember that I had to search for the Chromatic Jar. So I guess we were a little bit lower leveled, but I thought we'd be more on par there. And damage wise, I mean, we were kind of on par. We probably would have got one shot if we got attacked. It's just the fact that we built up so much break damage that it didn't really matter, unfortunately, for us. So, and we had Lune. Lune with her elemental genesis is just at this point broken. So, because she does so much damage. Once you get elemental genesis on Lune, her and Mael do so much damage, and Verso. So it's like she just nukes everybody. And even Verso and Mael both do a ton of damage too. Like if you get Sword Ballet, and then you get the Light Stars attack. I can't remember off the top of my head what it's called. Phantom Stars, there we go. And you're getting 999 on each of those. Like you're doing a lot of damage. So, all right. I guess it is time, guys. We will go to the Monolith.
Finally reached the Paintress.
Let's make sure we're well prepared beforehand. We still have a little bit of time.
We do, but we have done mostly everything prior to this. The only thing I can think of that we haven't done that we can do right now is get the volleyball, which I don't think I will ever do. Even if I get 100% of everything else in this game, I do not believe I will finish the volleyball. So let's go and see what happens here.
You should do the honors.
Well, there we go. We have broken the barrier. And now we can go. I want to talk to this merchant. I'm pretty sure we bought all of his stuff, but we'll talk to him real quick. Care for a good deal. Trade. Yeah, that's where we got the Verso Pure and the double braid for Lune. Alright, see you later. Yeah, like I said, I can't think of anything else. It brings us back here, I guess, in case you, again, really want to think of something else to do. But we're here. It's time to go. We got to make sure there's nothing on the sides. I don't see anything lit up over there, like any items to collect. Nothing over there. I suppose it is time to go to the Monolith. Let's go inside, guys.
We can do this. For Gustav.
For all of them.
Verso again, kind of hanging back. When CL had said something about a secret, he kind of looked all like, what? Like they had found something out. Still being kind of shady. It's like he has some more secrets or something. So, alright, do we go luck? Yep, luck gets us 88% crit rate with her. Gives us some more speed as well. Luck doesn't do anything for him there. Vitality gets us some more attack power. Because we are at 90% crit for him. Defense would give us some crit, and we do level some defense. I don't know if that's really that bad. Some might gives us just might, though. I think we do just get luck all the way up. It kind of depends on what weapon we're going to use. I feel like we could probably start going towards vitality sooner or later, but let's get luck, because I just don't know if there's going to be, maybe there's another weapon that we find that makes us want to use it more. But let's go ahead with luck for her to get to 77. And Mael doesn't have any. Get him some luck as well. So yeah, our 4 major party members are we use 77, 88, 90, and 82. I know some of them have more with the Pictos, excuse me. But, alright, any skills did we get to levels that we wanted? No, we already have Light Holder. Endbringer could be pretty cool, but it's 9. But again, you could use it. Like, go and get 2 auto attacks, and then that's 4. So, and then auto attack again gets you to 8. Next turn you'd be at 9. So you just had to basically use one of your turns to get to another one. If you were going to get to A. I just don't know if you'd get to A based off of that. But again. Alright, CL has what she wants now. Or what I want for CL. So we can either do Final Path, Extreme Dark Damage, or High Damage to all. I wanted Final Path. So let's do Final Path. Unlock that. Can we assign it to anything? I just don't see, like, we never really, like, Twilight Slash could be used to get us into higher amounts, and Dark this hits twice, whereas foretell only hits once, but it only gives 3 foretell. So I think let's just go focus foretell for now, because I feel like if we use marking card and Twilight Slash, we'll have plenty of AP to then the next time be able to hit Final Path. And then from that we might have to hit Twilight Slash again, because we might not have enough AP to do these. But again, we'll kind of see from there. But any other skills? She has 1, 3, 3. And he learns them from learning things from people. I do apologize that we're not going to learn all of his abilities. I've done it before. It's just not worth it to me. I don't use him, and then it just takes XP away from other people. We could go through and fight lesser enemies and get some of them like we did before, where we weren't going to get XP anyway when we were just kind of going through older areas. But I just am not too into using Minoko. So, like I said, I love him as a character. His skills are pretty cool, but I just am not a huge turn into Nevron fan. So it's just kind of weird to me to just turn into Nevrons. So again, it is what it is. I know some people are going to disagree. I do like to usually show everything, but getting his skills is not a priority of mine for this playthrough, because it's just I don't use him. I feel like it's just a waste of XP and skills and learning for the other party members. So alright, do we have anything out here on the way? There she is. There's the Paintress. Do I have anything out on the way here? I don't see anything over here. Let's just go check over on this side real quick. Again, I don't see anything. It's a bunch of candles though. That is poetic. Alright, let's go over there. I see no items. Let's go to the Paintress.
Sors et fuis, je t'en prie. Puis ce tableau maudit, cette toile d'une fausse vie. Portrait rêvé, imparfait.
The Paintress. Alright, it all comes to this. I don't really know what we're attacking. There's nothing really red to shoot, so I guess we're just going with auto attacks. Nullified. Is there like another shield? So ice and grass. So we could do either lightning dance, or we could just hit a wildfire. Let's just hit wildfire. Nullified again. Alright. What about Flurry Flurry? Triple nullified. The Paintress doesn't seem to react.
Cut him down.
Okay. Well, let's try. We have 9. It's gonna be weak, but let's see if it's amount of hits. Let's try Phantom Stars. Nullified. We're at 4. What about an Elemental Genesis, our nuke? Okay, what about we have a gradient, I guess? Maybe we need to do a gradient. Maybe that could break it. Or maybe we should have had Miles' weapon, but let's try a gradient.
You can't escape.
It's all nullified. Well, Swift Stride? Paintress doesn't seem to react. I don't know what we're supposed to do. He's got 1. Yeah, we're not shooting anything.
Let the ink flow.
Yeah, we're literally doing nothing to it. She's only got 3. I mean, we could try Elemental Trick. Paintress still doesn't seem to react.
Ugh! Our attacks do nothing!
I don't understand. The gradient attack should work. Wait, Mael.
I don't think this is...
No.
Everybody okay?
Follow her. Quickly.
What?
This might be our only chance.
Yeah. Okay.
Inside the monolith, convenient of her to open up something for us. The fire has to be symbolic of something, because Mael sees fire all the time in her like nightmares, even though we missed one, unfortunately. That's my only big regret of this playthrough, is missing some of those early camp things that we could get.
We are inside the monolith? What was that thing? Why did it help us inside?
Are you all right, Mael?
Up there. She's... the Paintress. She's up there.
What do you mean?
I don't know, but I can sense the real Paintress. Her heart is above us somewhere.
I guess we head up then.
Alright, well, she can sense the Paintress. Was that Faceless Lady? Is she the real Paintress? I guess, I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know why she would open, if she is the real Paintress, why she would open this way to us when we basically couldn't do anything despite getting to the monolith. But inside the monolith, we have the entrance, Expedition 70. We can rest. And I think this is a good place to let off this episode. We have a big chunk of stuff going forward. Hopefully we can get some answers, figure out if this Faceless Lady is the Paintress. Mael, I think, said she is the Paintress. I think that's what she said. She's the Paintress, or at least she said she's around. But again, why would she let us in here? But it was weird. Verso knows more than he's letting on. It's abundantly clear that he knows more than he's letting on. But I guess hopefully we'll have to see if we can get some answers. But we'll have to do that in the following parts. So until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.